People always ask me what they can do personally to ease poverty abroad. I'm Kristof of the New York Times, and frankly, that's an awkward question for a journalist. I'm not in the business of making endorsements, and there are thousands of aid groups that do wonderful work. Here's something, though, that I did that may not be a universal solution, but that I found satisfying. For years, I've sponsored a child through a nonprofit called Plan USA. I don't know that this is the best way to make a difference, or that Plan is the best of the sponsorship organizations. My parents sponsored a child through the group when I was younger, and I was impressed with what I saw. So for the last 5 years, I've sent $24 a month to Plan USA for Yuneris Rafael de Leon. The child I sponsor is in the Dominican Republic, and I've been next door in Haiti, so I thought since I'm in the neighborhood, I'd cross the border and meet this boy for the first time. Getting across the border, it turns out, is easier said than done. The crossing closes at 5 p.m., and we just barely squeeze through. All right. We made it in the nick of time. That was close. Merci, thank you. Yuneris lives in a village near the city of Asua in the south of the Dominican Republic. His mom, Cecilia, is raising him on her own, and the family has very little money. Over the years, I've sent him presents like a soccer ball and school supplies, and he sends me photos and brief written updates about his life. Today, I get to meet 5-year-old Yuneris and his family in person for the first time. Buenos dias. ¿Qué tal? Yuneris. Yuneris. Oh, mi kid. ¿Qué tal? Yuneris beams at me, but clearly he's most interested in the baseball and glove that I brought him as a present. Yuneris lives in this small home with his extended family. Yes, what a pretty Doriana. They cook on a simple stove and have no running water. They buy drinking water for 30 Dominican pesos, a little less than $1, in these 5-gallon buckets. How long does that 30 pesos worth, how long does that last you?
3 days.
I see. 3 days. Cecilia herself grew up in this same house when it had a thatched roof and no floor. So did her mother and her grandmother. That's 4 generations in this same home.
Su mamá también.
The one-to-one relationship between sponsor and child with groups like Plan is a bit of a marketing gimmick. And in fact, my dollars don't go directly to Yuneris or his family. If they did, the money might be misspent and would certainly arouse jealousy. Instead, the donor money supports new wells, toilets, public health projects, and school improvements that often support the entire community. As a sponsor, I send off my checks, but I've never really known exactly what that money was used for. Well, here in the village, I can get a tangible sense of that. For example, Plan constructed this lavatory for the family, which was a huge improvement over the sanitation before. In addition, Plan helped Yuneris' mother take vocational courses in being a cashier and in computing so that she can get a better job. And finally, Plan is also starting a small microfinance group to help the women in the community take loans and start small businesses. And now Yuneris' mother is hoping to take a loan and start an after-school tutoring business in the village to make a little more money to support her family. There are lots of doubts about the effectiveness of foreign aid, and some of those doubts are legitimate. This isn't the solution to every problem, and this organization is simply one of many sponsorship organizations out there. But I sure feel as if I'm getting my money's worth.
Ay, qué lindo, mira chiquitico. Mire qué lindo, chiquito, mire.
I bid farewell to Yuneris and his family. I'm satisfied that the money I've sent over the years has been put to good use. And I'm happy that I'm leaving Yuneris perhaps just a small step closer to a career in the major leagues. Who plays baseball better, Americans or Dominicans?
¿Quién juega pelota mejor, los dominicanos o los americanos?
Dominicano.
In Asua, Dominican Republic, for the New York Times, I'm Kristof.